friends. I want to talk to you today about something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's come always like at the last minute trying to jump up and video something because I can never find the time and trying to find the space. So this is normally where I make soap on this table. So I just wanted, this is such a wonderful thing that I wanted to share it with you. And this is about saving eggs, fresh eggs that you can save up to a year. And so I've done some research on it, and they called it water glassing, and it's actually from the 1800s. They began saving their eggs that way because usually your hens are laying in the springtime, the summer, and then in the fall and this winter they began slowing down their production. So in the 1800s they would do what they called water glassing, and they use actually sodium silicate, I think is how you say it, and or you can buy it now and it's called isinglass, and they call that water glassing. And so what I'm going to show you today is a lot of people are calling this water glassing, where you use lime, and I'm going to use that method today. I'm just going to show you. So if you have some friends maybe that are giving you fresh eggs, or you can go to a local farm and buy fresh eggs, you can't do this with store-bought eggs because they wash the eggs and that takes the bloom off. And what the bloom is, it's a natural coating that God put on there, and it keeps any bacteria from being able to go inside the egg. It makes it non-porous. But as soon as you wash that bloom off, it makes the egg where it has pores, and it can suck in stuff into the egg and cause bacteria. So that's one reason too, like with eggs that you're boiling, it's so porous from the store because they've washed all the bloom off. So when you get fresh eggs, you don't want to wash them until you're ready to use them. You just want to wipe them off with a soft cloth, put them in your refrigerator or however you're going to store them, and then as you get them out to use them, wash them before you use them, but not to store them. So what I'm going to show you today is how to store them. So what we're going to use today, I've kind of put some things together. We have water, and I have an old pickle jar. So you could use something you already have to put those in. And also, this is a wonderful idea. You can go to Home Depot. They have these food grade 5-gallon buckets, and I love these gamma lids that screw on tops. So you put it on, and then the center section, after you put it on, the center part just spins out of the middle. If I can get it to work. Well, anyway, this spins out, and you can just unscrew it and screw it back in when you need it, and it makes it very simple. But I'm not going to use that today. I actually did buy this to do that, to put my eggs in, but I decided to do a smaller scale because it would be easier to store and easier to tote. So I washed out this old pickle jar. We have a bunch of them because we love pickles, and so we're going to use that today. So what you're going to need is, of course, some kind of jar, and then you're going to have lime. And I'm going to show you this. I put it in this bag because it actually busted in the car, and just stuffed it in there because of I don't want it to spill everywhere. But this is, you can get this from like a local farm supply. They don't have it at Home Depot. They have the pelletized lime and not the powdered lime. So what you're going to want is the powdered lime. And so this is pulverized lime basically, but it's powdered. And so you can store your eggs up to, they say up to a year. I've heard some people say up to 2 years. And let me do a disclaimer really quick. I am not saying that, I take no responsibility, liability for, this not working for you, or if something happened to where you were to get sick from it. So I'm just stating this is what I'm doing, and it's an awesome idea to be able to save my eggs. So I have some of my farm fresh eggs from my hens. And so what you want to do is you want to gather the ones, or if you, like I said, if you can get them from someone, you want to get the ones that are clean, that of course don't have poop all over them. So these are all, they've not been refrigerated, they've not been washed. And so what you do is it's 1 ounce weight ounce of lime to 1 quart of water. So I've already measured out 1 quart of water, and then I have my lime here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it and scoop it out, and I have the scale, okay? Because you have to, it's not 1 ounce like in a little 1 ounce cup that you're thinking, but you have to weigh it. It's by weight. And you can buy these at Walmart. It's a scale. I actually use it to measure out ingredients for making soap, but they're not expensive. I think they're like 20 bucks. So what I've done is I've just got a little glass container out of the kitchen. And so what you want to do is you want to turn it off, turn the scale off, and then you're going to set your whatever container that you're going to use on there, and then turn it back on. And so what that's going to do is go to 0, so it's got the, it doesn't count the weight of your dish. Okay, so then I'm going to weigh out 1 ounce of this lime in here, if I can get it open. I know it's tore somewhere, but I've been planning to do this for some time, and I'm like, I want to video it when I do it, so I haven't done it, and I have all these eggs everywhere. My hens are very happy, and so I wanted to show this when I did it, because it's just so awesome that you can store your eggs through the winter and have fresh eggs year round. You just take them out as you need them. So what I'm going to do, okay, my scale is still on, and it's on 0.0. So I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle some lime in there. Uh-oh, I've got now I've got way too much. It doesn't take very much per quart. So that's 1.4. We want to get it down to 1. Okay. Alright, so now we're at 1 ounce. And so you just take, I've already put, this is 1 quart, this is a quart jar, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to mix this 1 ounce into this quart jar. And I brought too big a spoon. I plan on bringing another little small spoon. So dissolve this and into this water. So while this sits here and starts dissolving without me stirring it, I'm going to show you what you can do with your eggs. So you can take your eggs, and you want to take them and see how they're shaped with your kind of pointy on the bottom, or I call that the top personally. But you want to put these in the jar arranged with that pointy end down if possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start loading the eggs in here very gently. I hope y'all can see this. Try to video things by yourself is kind of tough. And I really want to get this up because I just think it's really cool. And I was so excited about this, being able to store my eggs. Okay, here. And here. Okay. Don't want to break them. So if one gets broke, then the whole batch is ruined. It will ruin the whole entire batch. So you have to be, that's another reason that I wanted to do it in a smaller jar than that big bucket. And so once you get it all full and you have all of it, situated and your lime water in there, then you're going to just store it in a cool place, a dark, cool place, in your pantry or wherever. And then when you need your eggs, you just go in there and get them out, and then you just wash them off and use them, and they're just going to be just as good as new. And one of the things that you would need to do is when you boil, if you're going to boil them, is to just take a little needle and just punch a little hole in it for boiling them so they don't explode. So I'm putting all these in here like this, still loading. I guess I should count them. I wasn't even counting them as I'm putting them in here, because I would like to know how many eggs would actually fit in this pickle jar. And like I said, I didn't count them even as I was putting them in this basket to bring them down. It's so cool to see how the eggs are different colors. I used to have some Araucana hens, which they're the ones they call the Easter chickens. And they would lay the pink and the bluish color and the greenish color eggs. It's really, really neat to see the different eggs. But all of these are different as well. Like there's some of them that are kind of an off-white, and this one's kind of tan, and some of them are like a darker brown. So it's really neat to see how the different chickens lay different colored eggs. And that one looks like it's got a little crack in it, so I'm not going to use it. But okay, so I'm going to go with that, and you can, as you bring your eggs in every day, if you have your own chickens, you can just add them into your solution that you have. And then you always want to keep them covered with the lime water, and keep the top on it so it doesn't evaporate. If it does evaporate, then you just need to keep adding the lime water on top of it to keep it covered. So this looks pretty good here. We may have to do like a whole nother quart to go on top of it. That looks like it's okay. So we're just going to pour this on top of the eggs. Pretty awesome. So what I'm going to go ahead and measure up some more and make the whole another batch here. Just not enough to go over it. So we're at 0.0. Okay. There's some water here. A quart of water. And it's not, I mean, it's a quart jar, but I didn't measure exact quart. But I just thought, well, just using a quart jar, it should be fine. So that's basically it. It's that simple. There again, water, fresh eggs that have not been washed, powdered lime. Okay, so you're going to put 1 ounce weight of lime, powdered lime, to 1 quart of water. And so they actually, like I said, they did this in the 1800s. This is not something that's new. So some people call this pickling lime. So let's see. Like I said, you can't use store-bought eggs. So like if you know someone, or you have, a lot of times you can look on like the Craigslist or the marketplace and see where local people are, you know, selling their fresh eggs because they have so many of them. So you can buy those, but always make sure that you ask them if they've been washed, because you don't want them washed if you're going to do this. So you can actually store these, like I said, for the winter time and have fresh eggs all year long. That's awesome. Here we go. That's pretty much it, folks. Saving your eggs for hard times. There we go. They're all covered. Needs a little more to wash that lime out. Just swish it around. Add that. Don't want all that in there. So there again, this is not water glassing, because if you're going to do water glassing, which you can do, you're going to use the, it's called isinglass. And it basically treats it almost like glass, the silica that they use to make glass with. It coats the eggs and seals it up. But this is just using lime, and it works just as well. And there we go. There's all my eggs stored, ready to be stored up and used for the winter time. Well, I hope this has helped you. I'm so excited about it. Share the video, subscribe to our channel. We have all different types of videos that we post on different things that we do, and hope you've enjoyed it. Click the little bell, the like, the thumbs up, whatever, and we appreciate it. God bless y'all, and have a wonderful day.